been all on my grind, I ain't had no time to waste. You must be out of your mind, me, I've been all in my safe. I need some time to unwind, all of this stuff on my brain. I'm trying to have a good time, it's been all work and no play. Oh, hey, boy, you said something, 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 hey, boy, you said something, boy, you said something, hey, boy, you said something, boy, hey, you so crazy. I just been all on my grind, I ain't had no time to waste. You must be out of your mind, me, I've been all in my safe. I need some time to unwind, all of this stuff on my brain. I'm trying to have a good time, it's been all work and no play. Oh, hey, boy, you said something, 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 hey, boy, you said something, boy, you said something, hey, boy, you said something, boy, hey, you so crazy. I just been all on my grind, I ain't had no time to waste. You must be out of your mind, me, I've been all in my safe. I need some time to unwind, all of this stuff on my brain. I'm trying to have a good time, it's been all work and no play. Oh, hey, boy, you said something, 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 hey, boy, you said something, boy, you said something, hey, boy, you said something, boy, hey, you so crazy. I just been all on my grind, I ain't had no time to waste. You must be out of your mind, me, I've been all in my safe. I need some time to unwind, all of this stuff on my brain. I'm trying to have a good time, it's been all work and no play. Oh, hey, boy, you said something, 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 hey, boy, you said something, boy, you said something, hey, boy, you said something, boy, hey, you so crazy. I just been all on my grind, I ain't had no time to waste. You must be out of your mind, me, I've been all in my safe. I need some time to unwind, all of this stuff on my brain. I'm trying to have a good time, it's been all work and no play. Oh, hey, boy, you said something, 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 hey, boy, you said something, boy, you said something, hey, boy, you said something, boy, hey, you so crazy.
Here we go. Go time.
What's up? What's up?
Everybody all right?
What it do? What it do?
All right, Philly. Everybody all right?
We good, man.
You sure?
Hey, man, feeling lovely today.
Great. Another one.
Another one. But check this out. This is how we do. Y'all already know how we do, man. Let's pick these shot glasses up. Toast to another great show.
Hey, Virgil,
Let's
welcome
get
to
it.
the couch, brother.
Hey, bro,
Yes,
thank
sir.
you for having me, man.
Oh, no doubt. He ain't gonna toast you, Jay.
Woo!
Let's get to it.
Hey.
Who got the bill today, man?
Hey, Virgil Williamson. Virgil Kent Williamson in the building, man.
Another Reedsvillian.
We're going to talk about this new book he
Hey,
just
the deal
dropped,
all
man.
day, man.
Hey, first of all, how we do, man, just telling people who you are, where you're from, how we ended up here.
Oh,
Give us a
man,
little bit.
man, this is a beautiful day, man. Virgil Williamson, straight out of Reedsville, North Carolina, born, bred.
Boom, boom.
Moved all over the U.S. Man, and I'm just back home, man, ready to live it up, have fun, love it all, man.
That's what's up.
No doubt.
Hey, man, well, look,
Another reason guy.
Yep.
this is why we here. 40 Days with Dad. It's your first book, right?
First book.
First book you just dropped.
First
Okay.
official.
Man, just tell us a little bit about it, man. What can people expect from the book itself?
Well, man, first thing here, man, is this is not just your sit down leisure fun book, man. This is more of a self-help book that's really going to allow you to really dig deep And it's about straight honesty. It's about love. It's about understanding what love is and how we can spread love, because ultimately that's what it's all about, man.
No doubt.
Man, we don't, everything that we see going on in this world today, it's all based on fear and pretty much greed. Everybody wants to, get the bag. And once they get the bag,
you see that a lot. That's all you see on social media now.
No doubt.
How to get to the bag. It seems like that's the only thing that matters.
Exactly.
Everybody want to be rich.
Yeah.
Everybody want to be rich. But the thing is what do we do when we get rich?
Oh,
what are we doing with that money?
Step on those.
When you say we is in who?
We as a people, we as
Black people, white people, everybody.
I mean, honestly, man, everybody. You know what I'm saying? Human race, ultimately.
No doubt.
But we got to understand, in order for us to get it, we gonna have to do more to get it, because we already starting 400 years
Way
late.
back.
You know what I'm
doubt.
saying? So everybody else, and I'll even say that everybody else, because in all the different places that I've been able to live in and see how, you know what I'm saying, black people are looked at or black people are treated, everyone seems to have their own little thing except for us. And I mean, ultimately, that's what it is. You know what I'm saying?
we have our own thing, but it don't be an amount of nothing. And I hate to
Explain
say,
that. You said something.
Because you said before that black people are the only people that don't have a place to go back home to.
oh
We
no
don't.
doubt. I mean, that's the most. That's probably the travesty of our history, is that it was stripped so far from us that we can't. This is what I think is so crazy. Like, and I don't want to get off subject, but it's just because you brought it up. Like, our history has been, snatched from us, taken from us, rebuilt, sold back to us. And I think Ancestry.com
I about to say the same
is probably
thing,
one of the
boy.
most. Like, it's amazing how people
That's
will
terrible.
take your birthright and then sell you something else and tell you to believe. Sell it back to you.
Yeah.
And you don't know
I ain't never thought about that. That's
Oh,
crazy.
I have.
I've never thought
Like,
about
it's
that.
amazing how. And again, I'm not.
Like, you got to pay to see where you from.
And
That's crazy.
And you
True.
forced to
That's true.
believe. And you forced to
And
believe it.
yeah, you don't know if it's 100% correct.
You don't even know
Let me
if
tell you
it's-
anything.
if
Oh,
it's
you
true.
from Nigeria?
Yeah.
Yeah, you Nigeria.
To give you a sense of belonging.
Right.
Yeah.
And then tell you, well, look, we're going to give you the first, and don't get me wrong, I was guilty. I tried it.
Oh, I got it, man. I got mine.
I did it.
Yeah.
I tried it.
I'm 74% Nigerian.
You know,
Like,
I didn't go, I didn't go that far.
And how much was it? How much is this?
now,
That's what
this is
stopped
the
me.
thing.
The money.
This is the thing.
The money stopped me.
if you do it at Father's Day, it's only $49.
Yeah.
Any
Only
other time,
$49.
Any other time,
Yeah, it gets expensive, bro.
it's like, I think it was like 99 or it was like 149, but it was something crazy.
Hey, I don't
Yeah.
even know where I'm from that damn bad, bro.
But that's what I'm saying.
You guys
like,
by the basement just spitting out some random stuff.
And like-
you really from Brazil? You
Yeah.
really
I will
But I
say
mean-
one of the good things is from what I've seen other people do, like it's a good way to find like documents of like your
Yeah.
ancestors, like a marriage
That's what I
certificate,
was able to find.
Landowners, or people who own
Yeah.
business. Like you can find information like that, which
Yeah.
seems to be pretty good. But like I said, to know your true birthright,
You'll never know that.
bro, you
But how they know?
That's my
They
whole
won't know.
point.
Well, they go
That's
by
what
your
I-
DNA.
They go by your-
by
that's
your
what it is. It's
DNA.
connected to your
They
DNA.
literally break down.
So
and they run a
I
bunch
think
of
you can
different
can you pretty much believe that though?
I'll be honest, I wouldn't. I'm just.
I mean,
If it's DNA,
I'll
It's probably
I'll
similar
say
bullshit.
this. I'll say this. You can believe science, but you don't necessarily have to believe the person who's telling you what that science represents. Do you see what I'm saying with that?
He might have went a little deep right there.
yeah, you did
can
say that one
believe
more time.
science, but
So
you don't
you
have
can
to
believe. Yeah. So-
The person that's telling you the
Yeah,
signs.
you don't necessarily have to believe that the part of the science that they're telling you is the correct way to
Go about it. Whatever.
perceive it.
It's a conversation. It's probably a different
Yeah.
conversation than what you bringing, but it's just when
Yeah,
you said
but-
it, it's just something I have so much conflict with because it's just like it's one of the most cruel and wicked things that has been done to like and like it to like have a person's birthright stolen.
And then you
Yeah.
turn around and, sell it.
And then attempt to try to say, "Hey, I'll sell you back to tell you where you."
Tell you
like
where
it's
you
one of
from.
the most.
Yeah, I
when you
mean-
think about it, psycho, it's one of the most.
Yeah, yeah.
It
and
is,
I ain't never
can
thought about that.
definitely- And I have never looked at it that way
So
either.
wicked.
But now that you say that,
You gonna
it is.
sell it back
I can
to me?
definitely see that. I can
Like-
definitely see that. But
But anyway,
at the
I'm
end
sorry.
of the day, man, you know what I'm saying? Can you believe anything you weren't there for?
yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Because I mean, realistically speaking, like man, it said like my great grandfather owned some land
that you never got.
that I never got. And so where that land
And guess
go?
what? Your black ass ain't gonna get it.
I'll never see it. I'll never see it.
always say,
I got
and I
family
hate-
members that are in Australia and in
Look.
Ohio and Indiana. I don't know these people.
100% of what you was taught should be questioned.
Hey, I believe that.
Take it for what you want.
Yeah, I believe it.
100% of what
I believe that.
100% of what you taught should be questioned.
Did y'all get gassed this week?
Nah, bro. I didn't get gas.
I ain't get no gas.
I'll get a half. I got
Like, man, it pissed me off because I was stopped. Like, man, I had like a quarter of a tank Tuesday. And, man, I stopped at 3 different gas stations on my way to work, which is my normal thing to do. I got my normal routine. I stopped right there at the Sheets on Sandy Ridge every third day. Like, that's my routine.
Oh, off of Sandy Ridge?
Yes.
Yeah, what, across street is the Speedway?
Yes.
Yeah, okay.
Man, there was lines of
Yeah.
people, and then they ran out of regular gas. And I'm like,
Speedway ran out. I didn't know Sheets ran out.
yeah, it's like it's
Speedway
like,
definitely
man,
ran out.
They only had the premium or whatever, and I was just sitting like, man,
everybody
come
only had
on.
93.
Yeah, and I was like, man, come on, like, man, people
I ain't get no gas.
people
I
are
still
in
ain't got no
fear.
gas.
Well, I mean,
It's straight out now. though.
But I mean,
all good
ultimately, it all goes back to everything that we seeing. Everything is fear. Everything is fear based.
Yeah.
Everything is just all about fear. Oh my God, we're gonna run out of gas, so everybody runs out and
No
they buy all the gas
And put it in garbage bags.
Yes,
I don't believe
you
that.
gotta tow
I
your
think some of
car.
that was fake.
It
I-
might
No,
be.
bro,
Yeah,
I
yeah.
saw
It
the
was a good
video.
because
The
I seen the
lady,
video.
It was a
Lady
good
put
the
it-
lady
put it
had
in
the Kroger bags.
Yeah, Kroger bags.
Yes.
And look, and it leaked, and she
and it
got
was leaking
another
shit.
one. Put it in a
Like
double
that,
I didn't
like
see
you
that one.
can't.
I saw probably
You
the
can't
meme.
make that
Look,
up,
I seen
man.
when she did it.
Yeah,
Yeah, she
you
double
can't. I mean,
bagged
it
it was
bust.
leaking, yeah.
Oh, bro.
We'll send
Are
it to
people
you.
really that stupid?
Yeah,
She
bro.
done it.
Hey,
She
yeah,
put- she
bro.
put it
Are
in her
people really
trunk.
that
Yeah,
dumb?
she put it in her trunk afterwards.
Hey,
Yep.
look, when the power go out and it's a storm, they go out and get milk.
Hey, milk
And bread.
milk and bread, bro.
Eat some
I don't get it.
milk sandwiches.
Milk sandwiches. That's it. Everybody get
Boy,
milk
you got,
sandwiches.
hey, you got a day. You got a day to get that milk.
Yeah.
Hey.
Not this done.
And I mean, it ultimately goes back to all of it. It's just so much
Tradition
fear
that we done
and
too.
greed. And I mean, I
Some is
understand.
tradition though. It's
Yep.
stuff from older people saying
Yep,
do this.
I always say you
Yeah.
gotta do
And
this.
just, you don't even know why you're doing it. Everybody can shut everything off. Be quiet. Storming.
Yep.
Be quiet.
Mom said, "Don't speak too loud in the house. You run the light."
Right.
bill.
Yep. Exactly. But I
Everything
mean,
in the black household, everything run the light bill up.
Mom said, "Don't be radio boy.
Hey,
Now you
don't
run the
talk
light
too
bill up."
loud.
that is
None
true.
of that shit.
I said,
That
"Bring the
is
light
true.
bill up for talking."
For talking. Wait a minute.
Hey, let's get to this book though,
Yeah,
man.
Yeah, man.
Because
yeah, man.
because
Nah,
listen,
man, ultimately,
the thing that struck me about it was the format, how it's written.
It's like I took it like a daily devotional.
Yeah.
and
you
see
put
that
notes
was
in it
that's
and
my
stuff, right?
that's my whole thing right
Okay.
there. Like
When I
like,
read it,
didn't
that's
want
how
it
I got it.
to be like you sit down and you read through this and you done with it and you never see it again.
It's like
this
every
is
day
a
you can
daily.
study from
This is a daily study guide.
Yeah, okay.
Because I mean, ultimately, all right. So the whole purpose of this, man, was about 9 or 10 years ago. I was going through a very rough time in my life, and I mean, and like, man, that's when I learned spirituality. I learned about a whole bunch of stuff, and it ain't. And I'm not talking about religion. I'm not talking about going to church and listening to the preachers say this, that, and the third, and you do your Hail Marys, or you know what I'm saying. You got a Jesus piece now. You feel you going to heaven. No, it ain't about none of that. It's about getting a relationship, and it is about understanding who you are, where you are, and what you gotta do with it, man. One of the things I used to pray for every day. I was raised in the church. Both of my parents are ministers. So when it's all said and done, man, God was very, very important in my life. And so one of the things I used to always look at was James chapter 1 verse 5. And it says, if anyone lacks wisdom, let him ask of God who is liberally and without reproof, and it shall be given unto him. And that right there
So break that down for the stupid people like me.
Yeah.
Believe it or not, that's my daily prayer.
There you go.
For wisdom.
There you
okay.
go. It's wisdom. Solomon was the wisest man in the Bible.
I just do.
Everything
Pray
that
for
we
wisdom every
have
day.
is all about wisdom.
You get it.
I feel like I do.
Yeah.
A little bit at a time.
And I mean,
Bullshit.
man,
You smell it, Chad.
If there's one
It is
thing
so
I pray for outside of my family,
I
people
smell
like
it.
love,
I smell it.
I'm just being honest, bro. I pray for because people like praying for money and things like that. serves you no purpose when you don't know what to do with it, or you don't know how to help the
I ain't
next
gonna lie, I
person.
had prayed for money.
Yeah, I mean, I done prayed for money too, and then man, when you
I ain't never got
you sit back and you look at folks who done
What God you pray
the
to?
lottery. Yeah, I ain't never got it though. You know what I'm saying? That's
I can't say that I have. I don't
God
know.
never blessed me with that. Now I didn't hit a little bit every now and then, but you know what I'm saying? It ain't nothing like, man, I'm not getting a $200 and some million lottery, but you see those people winning it. And in 2 years they broke or they dead or something just they messed up with their life. So it ain't the money that's the problem. It's the understanding what to do with that money. And so the one thing I always looked at and the one thing I always wanted was all about wisdom and to not only gain knowledge but to gain understanding of that knowledge. And so with the 40 days, I literally sat down and I was just at a point where I was like, God, you got to show me something. So I started going through fast. And a fast is nothing but you taking something you used to doing or something that means a lot to you, and you do away with it for a while.
So most people think it's food, but it can be anything.
It can be food. It can be TV. It can be books. It can be sex. It can where's some wood at? Sex. I mean, it can be anything.
Nah, I'm good on that one. I'm cool. I'm good on that one.
I mean, ultimately, man.
Yeah, you gonna start cheating.
PlayStation.
Yeah. I mean, it can be anything, man. Anything you doing. Yep. Yeah. Anything.
It's with the intent for you to be able to focus, right?
Exactly. So
and
you're taking out
focus on something else where
where
you can kind of have a 100% connection.
Right. There you go. And I mean, I did the 40 days with food, and that was terrible. Like,
hold on, you went 40 days without eating?
Bruh, that was the worst.
So what you did with this?
Water was it, and a little packet of rice.
Boy,
that was it.
Hey, y'all better go get this
for
book
40 days.
For 40 days. This was back in 2009, 2010.
How much weight did you lose?
Man, it was. I think I got back down to like 180 from. And I've always been around 220, 230.
Jesus.
Yeah.
Christ.
So you know what I'm saying. You lose a lot, and man, food starts to talk to you.
Oh, no
you
doubt.
start to smell things that ain't even there. Well, that was the first time.
Everything smell like chicken.
Yeah, everything smells like food, and so ultimately, man, that was the first time. But to do it and to go through that, you know, you can do anything. You really know you can really stick to it, and you can be determined.
What was you said you went into the fast? Was your intent? Well, 40 days was your mark? Like, I'm going to fast for 40 days, or it just happened to be 40 days?
Nah, it was 40 days. Cause so,
no, I'm saying, was it your intent to do 40 days?
Yeah.
Okay, so you went into it saying, I'm going to go 40 days.
So I went into it with this whole thing of, I'm going to do this for the, and trust me, you don't just make a decision one day, you going to do it.
Sure.
It's just like anything. You ain't going to wake up one day and go through NBA. You know what I'm saying? You got to go through preparation. So it was every Tuesday, I wouldn't eat it all. And I did that for like a month. And then it was like, 2 or 3 days out of the week I wouldn't eat, and then eventually I was like, all right, cool. I'm gonna start here on this day. I think it was September the 10th, and I went 40 days from that day right there. And the only thing I would drink was a gallon of water every day, and eat like a little packet of rice just to give my body some kind of nourishment. But that was it right there, man. And so that right there, just what I went through and seeing that, is what allowed me to really start doing that on a daily thing. Well, on a yearly thing. Excuse me, I didn't mean to say daily, but every year I would go through a fast where I would take something out. And
no matter what it was.
Yeah, no matter what it was, I would do something to where I wouldn't do that period for 40 days. And so in 2012, I did this thing where it was a positivity fast. I wouldn't do anything negative. For 40 days, I wouldn't look at anything negative. I wouldn't put anything in my body negative.
You attempted,
bruh. Bruh. Everything is, but it forces you to change your mind state because you don't see the negative anymore. You don't see what's like. What happened? I think I had a flat tire, and I had to force myself to see the positivity in that flat tire.
Ain't no damn positive.
Hey man, you didn't say look.
You didn't wreck.
I didn't wreck. I wasn't. I was able to pull off, and that right there changes your whole mind state. Doing that actively is what changes your whole mind state. And just to go back to the Bible, it says, you got to renew your mind, or else you gonna always be in the same rut you've always been in. You know what I'm saying? A person is destroyed for the lack of knowledge. And that lack of knowledge, even when they get it, if they don't understand it and they don't have the wisdom to apply it to their life,
Right.
so what? You know what I'm saying? There are a million dead people with PhDs and doctorates, and they know more than anything.
I'm alive with not none of that.
Exactly. But the person who can understand things like that, because I mean, look at our people for years, farmers. Them some of the smartest people in the world. You can look out. You can take a seed and put it in the ground.
What you talked about in chapter 2 or 3.
There you go. You put this seed in the ground, and all you know is that you pour water on it, and after a little bit of time, something comes up. The wisdom in that right there, because you
Boy, that
gotta
nigga
know-
spitting.
But no,
This
I mean,
nigga
that's
spitting.
the whole thing right there.
Well, we
You
got
don't
some
know
ignorance
how
on
it
the
do
panel.
it.
We got some ignorance up
You
there.
don't know how it does it. You don't know when it's going to do it. You got an idea, but you still don't know.
So did you take all that from, this was 2010, 2012, all this led up to you writing a book, but was that your intent the entire time? Like,
Nope.
I'm going to write a book?
Nope,
Or
it
this
was
is just
not.
something that just hit
It's
you?
God
something
got
that-
your hand.
It literally, it was literally like that, because I think what really hit me was in 2017 when I was doing it, 2018 when I was doing it.
Doing what? You started writing a book?
No, when I was doing my positivity fast
Oh,
for the year.
okay.
And it was
Oh, you call it a positivity fast?
yeah, it was
That's
pretty dope.
It was like
Positivity
one of the fasts I would
fast.
do. Yeah,
You should try it.
I remember I need a negativity fast.
No, you on that?
What does that do?
Chad
Smith.
Yeah, we on that already, boy. Find you a positive.
Negativity.
But no, man.
Yeah.
But man, real talk. It was man. I had set up when I was gonna do it. People on Facebook, they were following me. They were like happy about it and everything, because it really allows people to really look at things in their life also. And so I was at work. I was with Mattress Firm at the time, and we had a Saturday morning meeting. And this young girl that was working with me at the time, we sat there and we talked and everything. I didn't know that was going to be the last time I would ever talk to her.
Oh, wow. She passed.
Yeah, she literally, a guy that day literally walked into her store and murdered her right there.
Dang.
Yeah, it was
Wow.
terrible. Yeah, and so, and like that was the time when everything with Mattress Firm, everything came out, and people were like, yeah, it was a mafia thing, and it was all of this, that, and the third, and just a lot of negativity. And I was like, you know what, bumping, I'm about to start it right now. And I really dug into it deep, and that's what led to, I say, about 30 of the days in this book here. Just that one situation.
Were you
and
writing
going
this
through
stuff
it
down at the time?
Yep.
So you was kind of keeping
You
notes
definitely
and stuff?
want to write down, and you definitely want to ask yourself questions: who, what, when, where, how, why.
I was gonna say, getting back to the format. At the end of each, do you call it chapter? Is it
Chapter
Devotional,
or day.
Day devotion.
okay? There's questions at the end.
Yeah.
Is that for you to internalize
That's
yourself?
for you.
Yeah.
That's strictly for you. That's why it's got
So explain it. Oh, okay, so Clarence, the just the first one, just the first chapter.
First chapter is about change. Some of the questions after change is, in your life, what do you want to change? Why do you want to change? Are you willing to go through the process of change? Do you have a support team around you to help you with the change?
So it's like
4
a
questions.
Yeah.
so it's like a critical thinking at the end.
And it's not for anyone else, because it's strictly for you.
Right.
It's strictly for what you got going on in your life. Ain't nobody here to judge. Ain't nobody here to cast no stones. None of that. Whatever you got, you can be a crackhead, prostitute, drug dealer,
Whatever your title
the
is.
saint down the street. It don't matter. It's something in there for you, because it is going to give you an opportunity to really look into your life and see things that you may have never even realized. Why do I do this? Why does this same thing here constantly trip me up?
You know what? I applaud you, because you don't get enough positivity in it, or at least I don't see and feel enough positive energy throughout like social media and around, because stuff like this is going to get, in my opinion, get less notoriety.
It is.
It's going to get less wordplay. It's going to get less visual. It's going to get less attention, because people would rather see. And I'll be honest.
Yeah.
I am
That's
one
the truth.
Negativity,
I
Yes.
fall into that too, because drama, negativity, controversial stuff seem to like always dominate the headlines versus if I'm gonna be positive.
Everybody loves some hood rat shit.
Everybody loves some hood rap.
I mean, it's just,
and I mean, I do too. Trust me, I got my times where I just want to go be petty.
Because I love some hood rat shit. I ain't gonna lie to you.
I mean, anything
but at
negative, we surround ourselves with that.
Exactly.
And it consumes us daily.
And I mean, I knew the challenges
So
when
awesome.
I saw this, when I literally got this right here, and this whole format that came just literally to me. I sat down and I was like, it's not going to be the most popular thing that people are going to want to.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Really want to read, really want to get at, but it's stuff you need to
but we
really
should gravitate
think about.
around it and really like attach to it and be like,
Exactly.
this is what you really need to be pushing.
Exactly.
You know?
Exactly. And but at the end of the day, what really pushed me forward was the fact that I've been working since I was 15. I go to work faithfully every day. I get a paycheck. I know when I get that paycheck gone. That don't stop
Boy,
me
you
from
said
getting up
so.
to go to work every
I'm
day.
sick of that shit.
Like, I mean,
Hey, when you
real
figure
talk.
that part out, let me know
Exactly.
too.
That's the whole thing right there. We get up and we do stuff we don't want to do, but we got to do it. So to me, honestly, I felt there's somebody out there who needs this. Somebody out there who needs to understand that whatever they going through, if it's good, let's make it better. If it's bad, let's get it good. If it's just in a downright hopeless situation, let's find the resources to at least get you to a point of going forward.
Hey, man, my brother. Hey, this nigga spitting.
But I mean, ultimately, man, that's what I'm about, man. It's all about helping people.
So-
it's not about, you know what I'm
So
saying?
this ain't no Derrick Jackson stuff going on right
Nah, bro, ain't no Derrick Jackson. I ain't cheating on my lady. Nah, ain't none of that right there. Ain't none of that going on, bro. I'm not trying to
positive
just
vibes,
straight
giving
positive
you encouragement.
vibes. You can do it.
Okay.
You can do it. Whatever it is, whatever that dream is in your heart, man. I mean, man, we sit here celebrating the Hall of Fame career of Kobe Bryant today.
Right.
Think about
Well,
it.
which Clarence almost cried.
Like
Again.
when you really stop to think about it.
Again.
What if the
Outside
dream,
the shower.
what if that dream he had
My guy.
was never accomplished? What if we never knew who Kobe was?
Well, I can't tell
See,
me.
that's the thing right there to really look at. Exactly. Everybody used it. Everybody looks at Kobe because Kobe was a great person, and Kobe stood for a lot of individual accomplishments that we all should strive for. And that's that's a beautiful thing. And it always seems like the ones we need the most are the ones that are taken away from us. But it's the legacy that they leave. That's why my company is Champion Legacy Publishing. And I'm doing nothing but books just like this right here.
Okay, so you ain't done. You just getting
No,
started.
this is bruh. Y'all are the Titanic, and all you see is the tip of the iceberg.
Okay.
You don't know that you getting ready to get fully engulfed with just positivity and everything around.
He said engulfed.
Yes, engulfed. You about to sink in. Like, ask any of them people that went down with the boat how that water felt once they got
Well, the band was
engulfed
playing
by
as the ship
that
went down.
water.
That's what they say.
Hey, so when it's all said and done, man, it's all about being positive. And man, the challenges that I went through in getting this out, because I mean, man, losing my job, having to uproot my whole life and come here, not knowing anything, come back home to see that everything that I once knew,
it's changed.
it's totally changed.
Yeah.
And it's totally different.
And it couldn't be easy doing that
Exactly.
cross country.
Exactly. And moving back from Texas, it was very hard. And it wasn't
I'm sure.
like a thing I had planned to do. Literally 2 days had passed, and I was like, I got more job offers here than I got even in Texas. So it's something that's going on that's pulling me here that I need. I don't believe in
Probably family.
Yeah, I mean family too, but it was too many positive flags that showed up.
Yeah.
And so I just had to literally make that leap of faith. And when I did it, man, it was some people in Texas that didn't like it.
Sure.
And it's some people here that didn't like it. But ultimately, at the end of the day, I got to do what's best for, you know what I'm saying, me and my family.
Oh, no doubt.
Do what's best. Do what I feel I'm being led to do. And I feel that everything is going to work out the way it's supposed to work out. And
bro, when you keep that positive energy, though, I mean, most of the time it do. Like everybody gonna get
every time it do.
You gonna get curveballs.
Every time it
stuff,
do.
Man. That stuff,
Right.
positive energy drives a force, man, like no other.
It does.
So
man.
these 40 chapters or whatever you want to call it.
Daily devotion.
Your daily devotions. It's 40 chapters. Are you supposed to read one a day?
Supposed to read one a day. Well, it's up to you. Like I said, once again, I don't tell anyone what to do, but read it at your pace. Read it at how you feel.
Now, as the author, though, would you want people to
do
read
it daily,
one per day,
a day, so you can truly dive in and look at all the things around it? Because it's like one of the days I was talking about water. So I think it's like, man, in total we're like 60 to 70% water.
Right.
71.
You know what I'm saying? So when it's all said and done, you are literally a body of water.
Oh, I'm thinking of the earth. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
No. Right. I'm talking about like our people.
Chad about
Like, I'm
80%
talking about
body of
people.
water.
But everything.
And check this out. The funny part is he look like a bag of water.
A
whole bag.
He 80% bag of water.
Look, I just said it to him so much you won't steal him. He ain't gonna throw it back at me.
But I mean, ultimately, man, you are a body of water. So when it's all said and done,
Like Bruce Lee said, well, you gotta be water.
you gotta be water.
When you pour into a cup, you become the cup.
There you go.
I'm chicken.
So when it's all said and now, but I mean, what he's saying though is trill, because I mean, ultimately, man, when you look out into nature and you see the different bodies of water that we got.
Yeah.
You got swamps.
Mm-hmm.
You got lakes. You got rivers. You got oceans. So you fit into one of those also.
Okay, you a swamp.
Which one are you? Are you toxic?
Boy, the dirty swamp.
There you go. Are you a person that is good for the people around you, and you don't really have any?
Yeah, I'm a stream.
You know what I'm saying? A stream. But rivers and streams are great though,
Yeah,
because
no doubt.
when you really stop to look at Egypt
Boy,
put its entire civilization on the back of the river Nile.
that me.
This nigga spitting.
But I mean, the ocean is the one that you really want to be, because without the ocean, nothing on this planet works. Nothing on this planet happens. You don't have to be. You can be whatever body of water you want to be. You can do that whatever you want to do. But ultimately, my whole thing is, are you better than you were yesterday? When you woke up this morning, was it on your mind to be better or to do something different than what I did yesterday?
Hey, Clarence Creek.
I knew a joke was coming. I knew the boy was the oldest group.
I heard him start laughing, right?
Yeah, I knew it was. I wasn't gonna say nothing, but I heard the kid was coming. Yeah, I knew it was coming.
Calling Paul.
You know you spit that creek, boy?
Actually, I was bred from Oaks Park.
Oh my God.
Oaks Park.
Calling Paul Creek though. Jasper, you remember that?
Yeah, I was in Oaks
Hey,
Park.
I knew it was coming. That boy said he couldn't hold it no more.
It was for a window, wasn't it? Creek. Hey, so how much of this is inspired? Like you say 40 days with dad. Is this like stuff that you got from your dad, your granddad?
Yeah, man.
So you just gonna eat candy on the show like that?
Yeah, man. I need something in my mouth, man. Hey, man. Doing a lot of talking and everything, man. Pause. Doing a lot of talking and everything. So we need candy on here.
Yeah, done what?
Make yourself comfortable. Yeah,
man.
Your dad and granddad play a part
like,
in this
man.
as
So the biggest part of this, and I mean, I started out giving a big shout out to my dad, man. My dad is one of the toughest,
well? Yes, all that.
realest people I know, but he's the most loving. And that's when you get that balance of that tough love. That's what we all need. DMX, we celebrated the passing of DMX, and he was tough love in itself.
Boy, stop.
Are you growling or you hungry?
Oh, my damn.
But I mean, ultimately, man, see, my pops inspired a lot for me on this, man. He was the one who really showed me what hard work, breeds.
But some of this is words.
Mm-hmm.
Some of this is his words.
A lot of it is
So in
his
the book
work.
you would say a wise man once told me.
Is that
I
like
read
your
that. Is
father?
that him?
Yeah, who's the wise man?
So there are multiple wise men. My dad played a part. Mentors played a part.
True.
My grandfather played a part.
Right.
Women I know played a part.
Oh, so this ain't okay. I'm glad you said that. So this is not just for men or dads. This is for everybody.
Men or dad?
Because a fatherly role.
Men and dads the same?
I mean, you could be a man and not be a dad.
Yeah, you can. Yeah.
I guess.
So,
Boy, stupid.
so ultimately, man.
Boy got all this new stuff and don't know how to
Boy, stupid.
Hey,
It
don't
must
let
be,
me
the
bring
new,
you up.
must be the new stuff.
Y'all
Must be the
stupid.
new stuff he done caught.
But
Hey, no doubt.
I mean, man. Ultimately, man.
That stimulus.
when we look at God, we look at, you know what I'm saying, God.
He got one of them them SSS loan.
Wait. No. What's the SSS loan? Let's figure that out.
What's SSS?
A stupid loan.
What's the SSS
That's why we
loan?
can't stay positive.
Stupid, and most stupid. That's what it stands
You see my name on that paper.
Hey.
Y'all see my name up there.
Oh my God! Hey, Virgil, ignore these clams, man.
Hey, you put SSS loan.
No, it ain't SSI. I know what the fuck you mean. Like it's SSS. You know the PPP.
No, JaMar, he only got, what's that, 10? You only got 10 grand?
About 50.
Oh, you going to jail?
Anyway, man, what was that?
You stupid. You
You
stupid.
going to jail?
You stupid. But nah, man. Ultimately, man. It's for men and women, man.
Yeah, okay.
We always look at God the Father, and man, a lot of it is we were taught that like a spirit has no gender, male or female, is a man,
Yeah.
and so we
Hold on, what?
You taught that.
Yeah.
You taught that in
God's
Christian.
a man.
You taught that.
You-
You taught
you're-
that in a lot of religions.
Yeah, you're literally taught that God is a man.
Oh, okay. Maybe I misunderstood
And
that.
so it
Okay, I
ain't-
got you.
Yeah.
Holy Trinity.
Yeah, it's all about men. But
Right.
let's be real here. Women make some, you know what I'm saying, substantial
Women produce me.
stride. Yeah, exactly. They produce
produce
men. Exactly. And so when it's all said and I mean, because of the voids that we have left in our families, a lot of them have to be the man in the family. And a lot of them have to do that role because, I mean, let's be real. We got a lot of deadbeat dads out there. And not all of them, I'm not going to say that it's all their fault because...
Yeah, it's all their fault.
No,
I can't say
all of
that.
it can't be because
No,
I
society
have
to play a
seen,
part of it, too.
yes.
Listen.
I have seen it to where a woman
Definitely.
I can't.
gets
Hold on,
more money
Hold on, Chad.
to push her man out the house and to get no support from him
We'll get all this system in the
because they get all. This
I'm gonna have to
assistance here.
respectfully disagree.
And
I mean, and you can't.
I would like to hear it. It's always a good debate to hear this.
Listen, bro. I couldn't imagine having kids on this planet
Okay.
and me not being in their lives. Like
You
I
go
agree with
with
you.
your
on
dad,
that. I
though, right?
agree with you.
I'm
on
gonna tell you this right here though.
nothing you could do.
It's nothing you can do to keep it.
I
It's
agree with you on that.
nothing you could
trust
do.
you.
I get you on that.
Look, and I done been through them phases in my mind. Like, fuck.
Yeah. I mean,
As a man, I've been through that,
especially
right?
if you're a
Yeah.
young parent and a young man.
Yeah, and I was
better-
24.
Okay.
You know what I mean? And you get to a point where you like,
You're not
I don't
with
wanna,
the woman.
you're not with the woman no
So
more.
it's
You don't
hard.
want to deal with her.
It's
So
hard.
you might say, you know what? Fuck this. I don't want to see the kid either. You don't mean it,
Yeah, you don't mean that,
right?
Okay.
You
but
just
there's
don't.
You're
nothing.
lashing out.
There is, there's nothing you can do
Yeah.
or say to make me not want to take care of my child.
Right.
And
I
I'm
agree
sorry.
with you on that. I agree with you on
I'm
that.
the same
But
way.
honestly, think about back
I can't never
then.
see it.
I can't blame society.
Bro,
I can't blame the court system.
No.
I can't
I
blame
was a father at 20.
whoever.
I was a father at 20, and I was in college, and I had to work upside down. Like I was facing the most difficult times, but it's nothing. I mean, it don't matter what it is. Nothing is gonna. Like,
But that came
But
with
see,
time,
that's
though.
the thing.
like I had a lot of
That's
growth.
the
I had a lot
thing,
of
though.
growing I had to do, but it's nothing.
See, that's the thing. That's the beautiful part about
You move
it.
mountains.
Our generation
They-
different.
Right.
Yeah.
Our generation is different than what the previous generations were.
Right.
I don't know any personally, any cat I went to school with y'all. I don't know anybody I went to school with who was a deadbeat dad now. I can honestly say every cat that
Well, I know a lot.
and that I personally kicked it with. They were
Your
they
personal
were
situation.
definitely
I know
they
a
are
lot.
definitely
I can agree
cats
with you there.
that
I
are
agree with you
that
there.
are stand up
I see
guys.
what he's saying.
You ain't gonna be the best person. You may
Yeah.
not be the
You
perfect
learning.
person.
You
You
learning.
learning,
You learning.
but you still a stand up
Yeah,
guy, and
yeah.
you gonna do what's right by your kids. However, a lot of our dads didn't, or a lot of our mothers didn't.
But you know what? Honestly, though, and I'm saying this all on the dads, but some of the mothers really push the dads out.
And
So
see,
what's
that's my
always
thing.
the dad's
That's why I
fault?
say you
But-
can't
but-
really.
Give me wrong, give me wrong.
Not
But
every
what
group
happened-
fits
Pushing
every
you out
every shoe.
don't push you away.
It doesn't.
Out is one thing. Away is different.
You're
But
right.
if
Then
she
again,
won't
I-
let
so
you
right.
do
You so right,
anything with
dog.
your
Out
kids.
is one thing.
Dog, you so
Away is
right.
something
Listen,
totally
Dog, you
I'm
so
not,
right.
I'm not giving them excuses. All I'm
Right.
saying-
Yeah,
That's
I'm not
exactly
saying
what
that.
you give them.
No, I agree.
Let me explain.
You
Let me
get
explain.
pushed out.
Yeah.
But you shouldn't
But
be
no,
pushed.
Give me
I
wrong.
got
You
boy-
can't allow to be pushed away.
I got a homeboy in Texas right now who did nothing wrong. who did nothing absolutely wrong with his lady, and then she won't let him see his kid.
Nah, of
She
course
don't
it's for
want
that.
none of his money.
Of course
I
it's
mean,
for that.
she getting all the money from
Listen.
him, but the kid ain't getting that.
You can't-
so the
I-
kid,
I'm not giving you that
as a deadbeat.
I'm not giving you that excuse.
Nah, me either.
I mean,
because you got to look. You have legal rights
Unless you
to
have
a
done
child.
something to hurt kids, to hurt your child physically, you have right. Understand, it's on you. Go learn your rights.
You gotta-
go to the court
yep, you
system.
gotta
Get
do
a
that.
lawyer if you're not sure. But you have paper. You have papers you can go file. I know.
I've been there.
Let me ask y'all
Like
this.
that.
Been
I'm
there,
not
dog.
giving them excuses
It's
and
on
saying
you.
Let me ask y'all
if you that person who just said, you know what, that ain't my kid. I'm not taking care of it. Now I'm not talking about y'all.
Yeah.
I'm not. Y'all in a whole different
Yeah,
other
nah, I agree.
category. Y'all with
Now,
a
it's
whole
hard.
different other
It
other
sucks.
group of
It's a
boots.
lot on you. You got your
It's a lot of money.
Yeah.
Hey, but
You got to. You
did worse.
Look. Listen.
Yeah, it's definitely
Once
worse.
you get past the money part,
It's
it
gonna
gets
be
a
hard
lot
to sell.
easier.
It's gonna be hard
It
to
gets a
sell.
lot
Let me ask
easier
y'all-
though.
Let me ask y'all this. Compared from now and back in the day, I guess our fathers or whatever, do you think it's easier now to get your child or be in your child life versus was back
Oh,
then?
no doubt, no
Yeah,
doubt about
it's
it.
definitely
Yes,
a lot easier now because
Definitely
we know
yes.
more.
Because back
That's
then,
why
you didn't
I
have-
don't feel like it's not all on his own dad. Like we had some
See,
deadbeat dads,
exactly.
But considering how things is now versus then, the woman pretty much won the situation.
But you
And
got
a lot of
to understand something. Now,
Men
women-
didn't fight.
Back
We
then.
didn't fight.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say.
I mean,
That's
we
the
didn't
thing.
fight. Well, some of
Nowadays,
them didn't
women
fight.
are more
Some-
independent. Back then, women depended on men more.
Yeah.
In the
That
past,
is true. That is
so.
So for context, you got to think about the times.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So if you think about 70s and 80s or like
Right.
80s and 90s when some of us was
More
born,
women depended on
Oh,
men,
right.
at
Yeah.
the time.
But
Now-
I'm
now they
also,
become more independent.
Let me say this right. This is kind of personal. My mother's situation. She was a daddy's girl. You know, her and my dad didn't get along. So she was like, forget you. I got my daddy. So my granddaddy was my daddy. So situations like that happen too. So that's why I say sometimes.
But
not
what
always
excuse you
on-
give it? And I don't want to dig into your personal.
No, go ahead.
I mean,
So-
I know
so-
we talk off camera, but I don't want to like put everything on camera.
Yeah.
But are you giving?
I don't give him a
father-
pass. I don't give him a pass. I'll say it was on both of them because
It is.
I talked to my mom too, and she also said, "Well, you didn't even anyway." I said, "Yes, I did." You know what I'm saying? So it played both parts.
Yeah.
My granddaddy was my granddaddy.
True.
I didn't have my daddy. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. Like that's why I say it was back then. it was
That's
different.
tough.
Yeah.
And I don't want to get
Situation-
into it because
right.
it's personal to you, but
I just can't
Situations can be
And see,
different.
that's
I'm
the
not
whole
giving you
thing.
no
That's
wrong.
my whole
His
thing
shit
right
to me,
there.
in my
I can't
opinion, he
give
should
you-
have
now don't get me
He should've
wrong.
fought.
Maybe back in those times it was a lot different.
I feel like he should have fought harder.
Look.
regardless, whether he ran not, as long as you tried.
My dad,
Yeah.
my dad
I
was
hope he
about
tried
like
that.
probably up to him and my
Right.
my mom separated. I don't know if I was 10 or 12 years old. He passed away when I was 15. But when they separated, he still stayed around here. Then he moved back to DC. When he moved back to DC, I almost disowned him. Like it crushed me to the point.
Right.
I'm like, I'm used to coming out, running around the corner, running to your crib, watching. Like
Right.
it wasn't about you not having money.
Yeah.
It was just I had already built up this bond I looked up to, and when you left, I was just like, oh, you pretty much was
You a
sucker.
coward.
Yeah,
Oh.
you was a sucker for leave. But I understand the dynamic. But then we kind of came back around, because I'm young.
Because,
and emotional.
and plus, you probably didn't know the circumstances.
No, of course not. I didn't.
And
You know what I
that's
mean?
the whole
You
thing
don't-
right
you don't
there.
know
But I would say,
But see,
He was there.
your family is from there, so that makes it a
His
little
fa-
different.
his family is
well,
from
right? His family's from there.
but he was there. Like I'm saying, but he was there all the way up till I was 10 and 12, and they separated.
Right.
So it wasn't like I never knew him.
Yeah.
I had got used to you being there every day.
Yeah.
So you had a
Mine
problem
was
with
different.
you had a problem with the change.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
Most kids-
Other
Yeah,
than
most kids
every
would.
kid has.
other
a
than
problem with
but
that.
you had a problem with the change other than
And then that's kind of when I just spiraled. I was just like,
yeah.
it just went wild at that point because he was gone, he left, and my mom really couldn't do much
So
about
the
it.
structure
Like
yeah.
I was fortunate
Yeah,
enough to have both my parents the whole time I've been alive.
And
Well,
sadly-
my mama just died a couple years ago, but
Right.
them being together my entire life.
But the crazy thing is,
So I don't know anything different.
The sad thing is, we consider it. Oh, you lucky you had both of your parents. You're
And
supposed
I
to have
am.
both of
And
your
I-
You're
parents.
supposed to have both your parents.
But I am
mean,
lucky
like,
though.
being
Yeah,
lucky.
and
But I was lucky though.
Yeah.
But I get, but you shouldn't be lucky. That should
Yeah,
be a
that,
lucky
yeah, that should be the
situation.
norm.
Yeah, that's
Should not be a lucky
that should be the
situation.
norm.
You exactly
You should have
right.
your father and your mother.
But during today's time, or even
Yeah.
the times that we were born and stuff,
Right.
you're lucky to have them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm gonna just say this for all the dads out there that may be struggling with co-parenting. You're not
Fight
with
for
your
your
child.
kids.
Fight for your
I'm just
Fight
telling
for
you,
your
bro.
kids,
Like
bro.
I know how difficult it can be.
Yes.
I know how strenuous it can make you feel. I know how it can make you want to throw in the towel.
Yes.
I'm just telling you, it's worth it.
Yeah, it's definitely
it's worth the fight.
And
It
you know
is
what?
definitely worth the fight.
You got to do it. It don't matter what nobody say. It don't matter what nobody do. People can go out and dog. You got to get past that trying to make yourself look good to other people. Because people will never know your story. It don't matter. The only story that ever matters is the one that your child gonna tell about you.
Exactly.
That's right.
It's the only story that matters.
Boy, you said something right
That's
there.
the
right
only
there.
story. It don't matter what story the parents say, the grandparents say, the friends say, Facebook say.
Yep.
I'm just telling you because they don't know the story. They getting story from one end.
From one end, yep.
They ain't getting a full story. They getting it from one viewpoint.
Yep.
But the only story that should matter that's gonna be told is from the child's perspective.
Exactly. And then ultimately, that's what this is from.
Boy, hit the wrong one.
Yeah, I hit the wrong one.
I'm just being honest.
Hey, that's dope right there.
I'm just being honest,
Hey,
bro.
real-
Like, and
real
I
talk.
can only speak from experience and not to go on my personal. I'm just saying that's the only story that matters.
Yeah.
It's the
Because
only
I
story
mean,
that matters,
man,
bro.
see, my pops and my biological mother split up when I was 2, and I mean, it was a very tough time for me. Even though I was only 2, 3, 4 at the time, but I knew what was going on because I saw what was going on. You know what I'm saying? You can't hide the fights and the cussing and all of that and throwing
But
stuff.
your natural, you know this person, and then you don't, and then they're not around them.
You don't see this.
Yeah.
You see all of that right there happening, but it's just another day. But then again, when you see your dad leave and get in that truck and he drives off, and
I ain't never
he's
seen
not
that.
there that night,
And don't come back.
and he don't come back, but
That's different.
but he shows up every day at the court system to make sure he gets you.
Yeah.
That's the part right there. And it goes back to that love. If you got love for someone, you gonna stick it out. You gonna fight that fight. You gonna fight whatever. It don't matter what comes through that door right now. If my baby in this room,
Yeah.
it gotta go through me. Literally, I got to give everything I got to make sure she's safe and to make sure she taken care of. And it's not because that's my job as a dad. It's because I
The
love her.
love. Yeah, that's the love.
Right.
Yeah, no doubt.
And I teach her stuff out of love. I don't tell her what not to do because I don't want her to have fun. I tell her because I've been down that path or I've seen things that happen and I see the other side of that coin that, yeah, you having fun right now, but that fun ain't gonna last forever. And it's gonna come a time where that fun is gonna run out and it's gonna be you and you alone in that room with nobody else around. And
That's what's up.
what do you believe? What is your belief system? What is your moral system? When all the chips fall down, because like, man, I see people that always talk about, I don't believe in God, or I don't believe, I lost all my faith in whatever. Mm-hmm. What got you to that point? Was your faith really built up for it to completely crash like that? Was it really to that point to where you feel it was? Or else, you know what I'm saying? Did you really fight and give your all? Because it ain't nothing you can tell me, ain't nothing no person on this earth can tell me about an experience that I had.
Right.
Yeah.
Ain't nothing you can tell me about how I'm supposed to feel for my child. Ain't nothing you gonna tell me that is telling me what I need to do that goes against the love I feel for my child. And that's what it all boils down to right there. And if you show a person love, they gonna bust down walls for you. You can show love. Men, we don't show love for each other. I love y'all brothers. And I love what y'all doing because y'all giving a platform to people who would normally have a platform. I mean, when it's all said and done, y'all are doing, this is your dream. This is your baby. Right. This is what you put together right there. One of the realest men I ever knew was Paul Stewart. He is one of the founding fathers of Mattress Firm. And when Paul Stewart sat down and told me his story, like I had a conversation with this man, and he sat down and said he looked at that business as his baby. And when he sold the company, he cried because it was like he was walking his baby down the aisle to get married. That was the realest thing I ever heard. And so ever since then, everything that I do and anything I want to do, I look at it as it's my baby. And do I really want to fight for my baby? Or do I just want to give a little something and go on about my business?
No doubt. No doubt. Well, let me ask you one more question. I got one more question. Like, you talked about your publishing company you started. You got some books coming. This is just the first of many. Are you getting into public speaking as well?
Yes.
Okay, so you're gonna start public speaking.
Public speaking.
Have you already got anything lined up? Or
I don't have anything lined up right now.
Okay.
I am available. If you are interested
the man's IG
in
up there, Chad.
getting some of this positivity, hit
No
me
doubt.
up on my Virgil Kent on IG.
It's on the screen right now.
Oh,
championthoughts@yahoo.com is my email address. Hit me up on Facebook, Virgil. However way you got to get in touch with me, just let me know, man. Talk to me. That's it.
We spreading positive vibes in here.
That's
today.
it, man.
You're
It's
right,
all
Jim.
about positivity. It's all about what can we do to get better, because we are bombarded daily with just negativity, man.
I know I am, man. These
Man,
boys, these boys right here,
anything
these
going
are
All
on.
you gotta do is turn the mic. That's all that's simple right now. Touch your mic off.
But I mean, ultimately, man, it all goes back to love and positivity, man.
doubt.
What can you do? Are you planting seeds that are going to be the ones that are going to give drama and strife and hell in
Right.
your life, or is it the ones that your kids can look back on and say, "My dad did that"? Can you really imagine Kobe's daughter sitting in the audience right now? My dad did that. Michael Jordan's sons. My dad did that.
Oh, them rich man.
I mean, but no, I mean,
shit,
back
oh,
in
shit.
95, 96,
Nah, for
97,
real.
when they
No,
was
no.
winning them when you see Mike up on there toasting and he popping champagne and everything, his kids got that legacy.
No doubt.
What kind of legacy are you leaving for your kids? What kind of legacy are you doing so that they ain't busted up? You know what I'm saying? The worst thing we doing is having GoFundMe's whenever somebody die.
Yeah, that's
Boy,
that's just
that's-
been
that's big
that's not
conversation
being
right there.
financially
Yeah,
literate. Yeah, no
But
doubt.
I mean, ultimately, what can we do to start to fix it?
What
is the
Let
problem?
me ask you, what's your favorite?
Get some
Do you have a favorite
insurance.
chapter in the book?
Get some insurance.
Hey, that is the number one thing. You got to get that job that's gonna get you the insurance, or get your business that's gonna allow you to get that insurance.
What's
But
your favorite? What's your favorite
man,
chapter? In the book?
favorite chapter of the book is just like having a favorite child, man. It is.
Oh, you don't
Knock
have.
them all.
I don't have a favorite, man.
Like a track on
It
the
is.
album, no doubt.
It is.
Boy,
a,
I love my girl, but I love my son.
Edit that part. Edit that
Hey,
part.
that is
They gonna
messed
come
up
back
right
and say
there.
that. They gonna come back and
No,
see this.
what happened
And
is-
Hey, Madison.
when
No.
it's time for Shady Acres.
Yeah.
when it's time
What's
to
the
move
oldest?
in,
What's the oldest?
Sanaya.
Sanaya.
No,
Yeah.
That's what they tell me all the time because they always say, "I'm so happy you got you a boy." They all- both of them, I'm
Peyton's-
so happy you got you a boy. I'm just messing.
man, but yeah,
They're my
man. I mean,
babies. They're my
ultimately, man,
babies,
it's man. All 40 days are good, man. It's all about what's going to be the one that's going to help you through your day.
Hey, I asked you what yours. I had a few that I wrote down that I read that I kind of like. I sort of gravitated to. I'm just gonna say a few of them.
No doubt.
One of them you had about cherishing your own children, which I found inspiration in that one. Keeping a tight circle, no negativity, and then and peace. So I mean those.
Peace is most important to me.
Yeah.
Peace is definitely.
and-
Hey, it ain't nothing like peace of mind, bro.
What
ain't
else?
nothing like peace
You
of
can't
mind.
buy it.
You can't buy it.
Not buy it.
You can't.
And those are the ones
I don't know if I had about
kinda
if I had about 250 million. I
No,
think I
you
could
can buy
buy
me
it.
peace of mind.
Boy, I
You
can
can
buy
buy
it
me
too.
peace of mind. Like
I
I'm
know,
sorry.
man.
Like man, you
To
can
me,
buy
it
me
ain't
peace
just
of
like
mind.
being left alone.
Hey, look, imagine, look, with 250 million, I fly away. You
What?
never see me
You
again.
never see me. Get me an island.
Hey, that's peace
Y'all
of that's
never-
peace of mind like a motherfucker
But
right
Man,
there.
y'all know Virgil? Man, I ain't seen Virgil since like.
But
Hey,
these
more money, more problems.
these four chapters.
Not when I'm by myself.
They really came. They came together for me.
I got
You ain't gonna be able to afford to go where I go.
Oh, they gonna let you in.
You can't afford it.
They gonna let you in. You ain't-
That they were just four ones that really after reading I was like, man, these are ones I really gravitate because that's something that just just works in my life.
Yeah.
So that
Well-
was one. But like, telling people where they can get the book. I
Yeah.
know they probably hit you got all your
Yeah, I got all my
handles.
social media all
But-
up, man. You can definitely.
Is it online?
It's
book,
online.
book.
You can get the ebook. You can get the physical copy. Hit me up, man. You got either way. I got them all on every platform except for Amazon right now.
Amazon, you gotta have it.
Yeah,
Amazon
that's
got
why you gotta
some,
put
got
it.
some very
Yeah.
stringent rules
Oh,
that
really?
I gotta get around before I can truly get it on there the way I want it to be. So you know what I'm saying. But it's man,
Y'all go get
my
that,
own
support the
company,
brother,
get
man.
my
Support
own
the man.
stuff up, man. Put my
doubt.
own money behind it, man. It is definitely hard, and man, it's Definitely harder, but definitely worthwhile, man. Just like having kids,
No
man.
doubt.
This is
Hey,
my legacy for my children.
Congratulations on the book.
Yeah, no doubt.
Usually when we
No
end the
doubt.
show, you know, we usually hit you with. We usually end it on a deadly 7, but we ain't gonna do a deadly 7. We're gonna do like a positive 7. Why don't you just give us a 7? You know,
As many as you can. You got to do 7. 7 is a lot.
encouraging things or stuff that we should take
you
with us
live
each
by,
day.
you know, something that
Man,
you do.
Give us a
man,
few,
love one another as yourself, bro. That is one of the things right there. You got to learn to love yourself, or else you
Yeah.
ain't gonna be able to love the next
Self-love.
the next person.
Self-love.
So the ultimate thing is, man, love. Always go back to love. You can tell anybody anything as long as you're doing it in love. Correct them in love, teach them in love, guide them in love, man. That's all it's about right there. That's the main thing. That's what everything hinges on. That's what everything falls back to. Don't give up. Never quit. Don't give up right there, man. Like it's a lot of things that are going to hit you. And I'm not saying that as a cliche. I'm saying it as 100% real. A lot of stuff it's going to hit you. It ain't nothing you can do about it but take that punch.
And we'll leave it right there.
You can definitely block it.
Hey,
There it is.
self-love.
And we'll leave it right
and
there.
Don't quit. Let's
Virgil Williamson. Make sure y'all go out and grab that book.
No doubt.
It's up on the screen right now.
Definitely.
40 Days with Dad. Timeless pearls of wisdom and fatherly advice.
Definitely.
A book and
y'all
read,
again,
good
man.
gracious.
Hey, Virgil, thanks for joining us, big dog.
Hey, man,
No
thank
doubt.
y'all for having me
Appreciate it.
again,
Man,
bro.
come back when
It
you
was
get
a
the rest of them, man.
Hey, definitely, man. Definitely.
Boy, you said something
that's the plan.
podcast.
Welcome back to the Triad, too, man.
Yes,
No
definitely.
doubt.
Glad to be back.
Brought to you by Just by Prestige Barbershop, 4000 Spring Garden Street, Suite D.
Definitely.
And who? Tevin?
Yeah,
Right?
Tevin over there with
Well, usually you say Tevin too. You know, I thought I would throw it out there for you.
Him and Tevin mad at each other right now.
Oh, we not mad.
Hey, make sure you go follow our
802 Man Drive. Shout out to the barbershop, man.
Urban Renaissance by Prestige.
No
I
doubt.
forgot about them.
Let it kick JaMar.
Oh, here we go.
Make sure y'all go
got so
subscribe
many
to our
jokes, man.
YouTube.
That make JaMar
Boy, you
put
said
haircut
something.
and stuff down.
Also go follow us on Instagram at Boy You Said
First
Something.
of all, let's stop shenanigans right now. Look, I know y'all see these shot glasses and t-shirts we got up there. Look, support us, baby. Y'all can
Oh,
watch us.
yeah. I
Definitely.
ain't even.
Come on,
Yeah, I forgot about
I don't even
that.
put- I
We
don't-
definitely got t-shirts.
Hold on, let me say something. I don't even put nobody's feet to the fire, and I ain't want to,
No doubt.
shout about supporting black business and all that. I ain't want to really do that. Hey, if you support, you support your stuff, and we appreciate everybody who has.
Yeah,
Yeah,
everybody
yeah.
have. Shout out to you.
100%.
Shout out to you.
And you know, at the end of the day, you know, we try to bring some quality stuff, and we got some more stuff in the works, you
Right.
know, but a little bit at a time. But like, hey, the shot glasses is fire. I ain't gonna lie to you. The shot
For sure.
glasses-
Quality.
Hey, the shirts is fire. The shirt, like, we got some more stuff coming, but we appreciate any and all support. But yeah, we definitely got that stuff. Masks, hats, all that gear, man. We got a little bit of everything.
We trying,
in the works, you know.
but it ain't selling.
Support them.
Hey,
No
No
doubt.
doubt. Boy, you said something on Instagram. Boy, you said something on Facebook. And boy, you said something on YouTube. Fellas, did I say something?
Boy, you said something.
Yo, we out.
Boy, you said something. 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 Hey, boy, you said something. Boy, you said something. Hey, boy, you said something. Boy, hey, you so crazy.